Good morning and welcome to another episode of Herbs for Health podcast. Today is actually the first podcast of the year. And today what I'm going to be talking about is basically treating yourself well this year. Treating yourself well this year. There has been so many things that we've gone through last year, and we really had to push through those things. And a lot of us lost so many people in our lives due to the pandemic and just so many things. But this year, I want to talk about treating yourself well. If you are someone who has not been treating yourself well, you don't have good thoughts about yourself, you are always putting yourself down, or every type of accomplishment that you make, you don't see it as valuable. So that's what I want to talk about today. So let's get into it. So again, like I said, last year was, a wild year. I'll say that, a wild year. But we that made it to 2022, we have the opportunity to start fresh or start our lives over, if you will, if you want to say that. But, going into a new year, a lot of people make these resolutions or what have you. They want to do something different. They want to do something new. They want to accomplish a goal that they have never accomplished before. So, me as an herbalist, I look at the health of people. I focus on healing the body so that we can all perform at an optimum level. And I also look at the mental health of a person too. And I'm not licensed to, mentally diagnose you or anything like that. But in the essence of things, when it comes to anyone's mental health, we know that sometimes we have to scale back from things and take a break and find some time to have to ourselves, or to, be able to get out of this lane or area or environment of confusion and chaos, or where there's so much going on that you can't focus, you can't even hear yourself think. So what I want to talk about is, let's go into 2022 treating ourselves better. Let's treat ourselves better and know that we are worth it. Treating yourself better it could be on so many levels. The things that you eat, the things that you drink, the medicines that you take, the people that you hang around, the books that you read, the things that you are consuming on a day-to-day basis. Taking care of your body, looking good, feeling good, just being able to be around others and talk, and letting yourself express yourself, not holding back all the time, or keeping those feelings of anxiety and anger and frustration, or even keeping those feelings of being happy and grateful and joyful and excited. And I know you may say, why would I keep those feelings in? Well, some people aren't able to express that they feel happy or excited or they have joy or they are just loving life right now, because they also have to be mindful of the people they are around. And that can be a hindrance, because you can't live in your true self on the way that you feel, because if I feel good, it's going to make this person feel bad. Or if I'm excited, I know this person's not going to be excited for me. That can cause a lot of mental stress. That can cause a lot of everything. You have to reevaluate those people you are around who genuinely feel that way towards you because you're happy or you're expressing some type of emotion. Some people can't express their emotions if they feel sad. Then they're going to say you're too emotional, or they don't have that consideration for you, because sometimes people themselves don't know how to express their emotions at all. So they feel as though they may be right by telling you to suppress that, or don't act that way around me. I'm not feeling it. There's so many things that we deal with. So we have to treat ourselves better this year. Get around people who are genuinely happy. Get around people who's going to tell you the truth. Get around people who's going to hold you accountable. You need those type of people in your life. We don't need people around us draining our energy, taking all that we have till we have nothing left for ourselves to move forward or to go on the next day and the day after, weeks or months ahead. We don't need that. Sometimes you just have to let those people go. You can still, talk to them here now, but to be able to function every day, if it's better for your mental health, if it's better for your health overall, you need to create some distance. So when we're talking about treating ourselves better, you can see that it's about all aspects of our lives on how we treat ourselves better this year. Not just about what we eat, or working out, but it's those relationships that we have with people around us. So you have to consider all things when you're looking to elevate yourself or, go on to a different journey. Some people you won't be able to take with you. Not necessarily because they're bad all the time, but sometimes people lack understanding and they won't be able to see what you see until later down the line when you have accomplished that thing that you set your mind to. They will see it and then they will have understanding. And it's okay. Sometimes you have to take that journey alone or with other people who are along the same journey that can help you get there. Not saying, to forget about that person who lacked that understanding at the moment. But you just have to understand that they don't understand where you're going at that moment. So, I kind of want to talk about our health. I can't just not talk about our health on this podcast because it's the most important thing when you're elevating your life. Being healthy from the inside out is detrimental to your life. You need to be able to function on a high level to do some of the things that you want to do this year. You know, a lot of us say, I want to travel more this year. I want to run my business. I want to do this. I want to do that. But do you have the energy? Do you feel good? Can you get up in the morning? Can you get up at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, or 4:30 a.m. in the morning and start your day, work out, and then have the energy to do all the things that you set to do for that day? Do you feel good physically to do those things or keep up with the demands that you have put on yourself because you want to be more involved, you want to travel more, you want to do all these things? Are you treating your body right to be able to keep up with these demands or these aspirations that you want to do? You have to be able to function while you're doing these things. So a proper diet and exercise and taking the right herbal medicines is gonna play a key part in how you are able to exercise these things, if you will, exercise. But we have to be able to feel good so that we can function on a high level, so we can give that energy to that thing that we're doing. We can give it our all, you know. So there is an important part of your health is your food and your exercise and other things that you put into your body. All of those things are important and they should be at the top of your list. At the top of your list should be your mental health, what you eat, exercise, and your relationship with people. That should be at the top of your list. You have to make time for yourself, meaning taking care of your health. You have to make time to look at what foods you should eat, what foods make you feel good, what foods does not. You have to really take time to understand yourself, your body, your mind, your digestive system, how you operate, how you feel. If I eat this thing here, if I eat dairy, if I eat this type of meat, or if I eat bread, whatever it may be, and it makes you feel sluggish or very tired or bloated, you may have to remove those things out of your diet, just like we remove anything that's toxic out of our lives that does not help us function to the best of our ability. We have to do the same things with food so that we can be able to get the health that we want, so we can be able to feel the way that we want to feel. And you have to introduce new things into your diet, those things that are going to strengthen you, those things that are going to add value and nutrition to your body. The same thing with people. Those people who are going to add value, strengthen you, and give you all the things that you need to succeed in life. It's the same thing with our diets. So, taking care of yourself this year is many things. But the number one thing I'm going to say is our health, because we have to be able to operate in good health to be able to succeed and do all of these things and accomplish all of these things. You also need good mental health if you're going to confront someone this year or preparing for a conversation that you know you need to have with a couple of people. All of these things strengthen you for the journey that you're going on. So, while you're treating yourself better this year, right? You want to also give yourself grace. A lot of times when we make mistakes, or we don't do something, or we don't stick to the plan as is, we beat ourselves up time after time after time. We can beat ourselves up so much that it makes us not want to do that thing that we set out to do. And then you look and you see yourself starting over again. Or not even starting over, but forgetting about that thing and moving on to something else. And you haven't even completed what you started. So give yourself some grace this year. If you find that you're stumbling on something, whether it be your diet, whether it be assignments that you have, or what have you, make sure you complete it. Even if you have to start over, make sure you complete that thing. Give yourself grace. It's okay to have to start over. Just make sure you complete what it is that you want to do, so that you don't look back and have all of these things on your list unchecked, because then you're going to feel as though you haven't accomplished anything. So stick to what it is that you want to do. Even if you have to start over, give yourself grace, start over, and finish. That's what we have to do. So it's so many factors when it comes to, treating yourself well. Sometimes you have to start new routines and start new plans, things that you've never done. Like, sometimes you have to see a thing through so that you can, get the results that you've never gotten. A lot of us don't see the results of things because we don't stay the course. We stop and say it doesn't work. But how do you know? You haven't reached the end of it. You haven't really put the work in to see the outcome of it. So when it comes to us getting healthy, when it comes to your work ethic, when it comes to losing weight, or when it comes to studying, whatever it is it may be for you, you have to see it through. You have to complete the task. Then you will get the results that you've been looking for. Once you achieve that results, I guarantee you're going to want to do that again for something else that you set your mind to. And then you'll notice after a while that you keep, progressing and progressing and progressing. Is because you're getting better at completing the things that you have started. And you see results. So you're going to get more and more results. That's how you have to operate. When you set aside a goal, just do it. Stick to it. But I'm telling you, in all of that, in all of those things, you have to make sure your body is right. Your body has to be able to function to get those things done. Trust me. I know, because I have said to myself so many times, tomorrow morning I'm going to get up, I'm going to do this, and it could be 3 things. I'm going to do that, right? I'll get up in the morning. Now, this has happened to me before. Got up in the morning, boom, did one thing. By the time I got to the second thing, I was tired. I didn't have the energy. I wasn't able to complete the task that I set out to do that day. Literally, because I felt fatigued and wore down, and all I wanted to do was sleep so I can feel better. I can get up with energy. But what I noticed is that my diet at the time was not where it should have been. And when I started to change that, I noticed within a few weeks a difference in the way my body performed throughout the day. It was just like, night and day. I was able to perform. I was able to get through the day without feeling like I'm gonna crash. I was eating better. I was exercising. I was taking some herbs also to help me build up my blood count, so it built up my iron. It helped me maintain my energy. I just felt good. I just felt great. I've told this story on how I was vegan. I think I was vegan for about a year, and it was the best thing I could say that ever happened to me when it comes to me recovering, me getting my health under control. Going vegan, meaning not eating any type of animal products, not cheese, no ice cream, no milk, no meat, nothing, no animal products. And having that vegan diet really helped me, especially in the gym, because I was able to run longer than I had ever ran before. So I really was able to perform, and my body was operating on a high level. And it really showed me that our diets really is what matters. The things that we eat are really going to make a difference throughout our day. Also, I had a positive mind as well. I was able to get up very early in the morning at that time, go to work, come home, have more energy. And just recently, this past summer, I've talked about my weight loss journey. I've been able to lose about 15 pounds, and I'm still losing more. I did intermittent fasting. I was eating a plant-based diet as well. And again, the same thing happened. I was operating on a high level. I was able to run a whole mile without stopping. And the thing is, I have never been able to run a whole mile without stopping until last year. And it just showed me what my body can do when I treat it right, when I eat the right things, when I take out the time to get my mind focused. It showed me so many things. So this year, I encourage you to treat yourself right.